Welcome to a new episode of Depreciation Nation. It has been a minute since we have brought you a video, so if you are finding us for the first time, welcome. And if you have been following us for some time, welcome back. Now, several months back, we brought this car to our channel. It was a worn out, ragged out, sorry excuse for an old early Audi 4000 S Quattro. Now, we have had many struggles with this project. We have filmed lots of footage with this project, and most of it was not fair to show to you due to the fact that we had a lot of trial and error due to lack of parts ability, so on and so forth. But having said all of that, behind me you're going to see our 4000 S Quattro from about 5 months ago, and as you can see, it is no longer rusty and it is now shiny. Now, in the video, or in one of the progress videos that we brought to you, we had indicated that we had a lot of issues with the Duplicolor product. We did indeed push through those issues. We did improve our skills. There has been a lot of wet sanding and a lot of education along the way, and as a result of that, if you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen that Duplicolor did end up using this car for an advertisement, and per them, there is another one on the way. Having said that, this car is also going to have a small feature in Quattro magazine, and we are very excited to be able to bring the car to you almost done and show the car to you now. Now, we did go through quite a bit of paint. We painted the roof twice because we weren't happy with the first result of that. We still need to wet sand. We still need to do a proper polish on the car, but as you can see, it looks pretty good. Now, we still have some mechanical bits to sort out. We need to get an alignment. We need to get some fresh tires on it, but we are about to put this car back into storage for the winter. And before we did that, we wanted to give you some updates as to where we are with the project, what is left, and what we hope to obtain, or what we hope to attain with the project. So, let's get to it. Now, we are going to start right here. We did replace all of the rubber. We replaced inner and outer tie rod ends. We replaced control arms, and we replaced just about every other component that makes up the steering rack in this car. As mentioned in earlier videos, the clutch was frozen, and that was quite the task. It ended up being a combination of a bad slave cylinder where the housing was actually cracked and a bad throwout bearing. That was very difficult to do on our own, which we managed to do on our own, and due to the weight of that transaxle, even with the proper tools, it was a challenge. Now, in order to remove the transaxle from this car, you have to remove the steering rack, or more or less the tie rod assembly off of the steering rack, and you have to do that in order to move the transaxle back and down. It is a very tight fit in the front end of this car. We were able to do that. Our clutch now works as it should, and as mentioned, we need to get an alignment and we need to get some new tires on this. Coming back here to the quarter panels, as initially mentioned, they had sustained some significant rot. We were able to secure new panels from European car parts, and we had to wait quite a bit of time for those to get here. Now, we want to give a shout out to my neighbor Sean, who was kind enough to weld these quarter panels in for us. And now we have cut out all of the bad rust or cancer, as people like to say, and we have refinished our quarter panel here into something pretty decent. Coming to the front of the car, we used Duplicolor's trim and bumper paint on just about every piece of plastic on this particular car. They were beyond saving. They had sustained about 38 years of the elements, and so we sanded them all down lightly. We used some plastic primer, and then we primed all of the trim on this car. followed by that trim and bumper paint. And as you can see, the end result turned out pretty well. As far as the amount of bumper paint that we used, I think we went through about 4 cans of bumper paint and about 2 cans of primer. That includes the grille, the headlight surrounds, both bumpers, the side door trim, the window surrounds, the rear window, and just about everything else on this car that's the color black. Coming to the interior, we haven't done much other than just clean it. We did get a new to us shift knob from our friend Rainus Kotler's with U2R Classics out of New Jersey. He mentioned that he likes shift knobs with patina. Honestly, after we thought about it, we couldn't agree more. Now, we still haven't come up with a solution for our cracked dashboard. I'm still not quite sure what we are going to do with that. I did reach out to several companies that offer aftermarket solutions, and while they don't offer an aftermarket solution for this car, they said that they would take a look at it and they would get back to me. So who knows, we might be able to come up with a relatively cost-effective solution for the cracked dashboard. As far as the interior goes, we are going to have seats recovered next year, just get some fresh cloth on them. Not quite sure if we are going to stay original or if we are going to do something interesting with a plaid insert, but that is on our radar. And so that is a quick little update with our 4000 project. Now, if you've been following this project, you will remember that this car was in pretty sad shape prior to starting, and we have come quite a distance in a very short period of time. Of course, we're not done. We've mentioned a few of the shortcomings. We mentioned a few of our plans. And so we will be bringing this back to the channel, but at the moment we are getting ready to put it in storage, and we are going to be bringing our BMW 330 ZHP project back. If you've been following that, we have yet to refinish the wheels on the car. We need to do a headliner, and then we are just going to do some minor details to the interior just to kind of freshen it up and make it look like new again. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. This car will be coming back. We have a few things planned for the future, and we'll talk to you soon.